Hello and welcome everybody to the Verdant Growth Daily, where we give you the news, tips, and tools you need to live eco. My goal is to help put you in the right mindset to live more in line with your own values and to change your life, to make it more fulfilling, sustainable, and balanced with nature, all in just 10 unedited minutes a day. My name's Eugene, and this is episode 13. So, today, I decided I wanted to change it up a little bit. I wanted to go a little bit lighter because yesterday we had a little bit of a heavy topic. So I wanted to take it down a little bit. I wanted to bring it down, make it a little bit more conversational, a little bit more light. And I wanted to talk about something that I think about probably way too much and that most people don't think about nearly enough. And that is waste, and what we do with all the waste in our lives. We all produce waste. I'm not just talking about the stuff you put in your garbage can. I'm talking about everything. We produce waste all the time when we breathe, when we eat, when we buy something, when we throw it away. Throw it away. I love that term. I love that term, throwing something away, to throw away something. I love it because of the transparency that's in it that nobody notices. Like, it's what does throw away mean? I probably don't have to tell you, but to throw away something means to dispose of something, to put it in the trash, to toss it. But think about what those words really mean. To throw away. It's very, very clearly telling us what we're doing with something. We are throwing something away from us. We are just putting distance between us and that object, right? If I throw away this pen, then I have just thrown it some distance away from me. Because in actuality, that is all we ever do with all of our waste. All we ever do is throw our things away. That is, we put it in a different location that is farther away from us, right? When I throw away a candy wrapper, it disappears from my life, but it hasn't disappeared from the world. All I've done is I've just moved it to a location. I've just moved it to a new place. I'm just always moving my garbage to somewhere that's just farther away from me. I mean, we pay to have our trash taken out, and we pay people to do this. We pay people to just move our waste to a place where we don't see it anymore, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. That is something that we should all be a little bit more aware of. Because think about it, most of the time when we throw something away, it just feels like, oh, okay, yeah, yep, it's out of my life, right? I have this garbage that's sitting on my desk, and I put it in that garbage can. The garbage can eventually gets taken away and brought somewhere, and okay, yeah, it's gone. It's out of my life. And we forget about it. We never think about it again. But it hasn't disappeared. It's just moved farther away. That garbage has gone from being my problem and being on my desk to just becoming someone else's problem. And if you think about it, in the case of things that are made out of plastic, this microphone, if I were to throw away this microphone or this headphone stand that's on my desk, that would disappear from my life, but it would still be somebody's garbage, somebody's plastic to deal with even 500 years from now or 1,000 years from now. It's never going to disappear completely. And that's not just true for plastics, it's true for every single thing in our life. Even if it's something that's biodegradable and it will disappear eventually, it's still something that we're just moving away from us, and it's going to be something that somebody somewhere or the environment is going to have to deal with. And with the number of people we have on this planet, the environment is not capable of processing all the waste that we put into it. Now, there are some people out there who go low waste or zero waste. That is extremely, extremely hard to do. Like, I've tried to just think about it. Like, how could I actually go about doing that in my life? And it's so hard. There is trash. There's waste that we produce in everything. Every piece of food that you buy usually has a plastic wrapper on it. Every single object that we buy comes in some kind of like plastic container that you end up having to throw away. To go completely zero waste would require a massive shift in how you live your life. And don't get me wrong, I'm not there. I'm nowhere near there. I still produce a lot of waste. I still put out my garbage once a week. So I'm putting out at least that much waste. It takes time. But the first step to moving in that direction, the first step to moving in a direction where you're going to be more environmentally friendly is to just start with noticing. Just noticing. What is it that you throw away? And then realizing that all of those things, you're literally throwing them away. You're just putting distance between you and that thing. It's not disappearing. And when you realize those two things, you're going to start to think about, I wonder if there's a way I could go with not throwing this away next time. Is this something maybe that I don't need in my life? Is this something that like I probably shouldn't have bought in the first place? I'm throwing it away now, but maybe if I just hadn't bought it in the first place, I wouldn't have had to worry about this waste. Is there an alternative? Is there some other thing that I could replace with this? Something reusable? It's something that you will start to consider when you notice what you're throwing away. I recommend starting with small things at a time. Don't try to just make your entire life zero waste right off the bat. Like you're just setting yourself up for failure in that situation. But you should start looking at the things in your life and thinking about, is there some way I could go without throwing this away? So think about something like, do you buy bottled water? If you buy bottled water, well, maybe I could just not buy bottled water. In that case, maybe I would need to get a reusable water bottle, and I could just wash that all the time, and boom, no more water bottle waste in your life, right? That's one small step, one small change that you can make that could make a huge difference. Another easy one is shopping bags. Are you throwing away shopping bags a lot, like those plastic shopping bags you get from the supermarket? I know that I used to do it all the time, and it felt like a waste. It was like, what am I doing? I get these things that I use for 15 minutes. I get home, I take the groceries out of it, and then I just put it in the trash can. This is plastic that is going to be entering the environment, and I'm just going to be throwing it away from me, and it's going to be in the environment for the next, 100 years, maybe more for plastic bags. I'm not sure exactly what the time is for a plastic bag to biodegrade, but it's long. It's very, 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 very long, and we are throwing away millions and millions of them every single day. So getting a reusable shopping bag, bam, one easy fix that eliminated all of that plastic waste from my life. There are bigger challenges you can take on. You can try to take on doing things like food that isn't wrapped in packaging. Try going to the supermarket and looking for food that isn't wrapped in any kind of packaging. It's hard. I promise you it is hard, but there are people who do it. It very often requires that you're going to have to go vegetarian to do it also, but it's just one of the challenges that you end up having to take on if that is something you want to do. All I'm saying is, well, here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying you should all just stop throwing away things and you should all immediately try to reduce your waste to 0. But you should start noticing your waste. Start paying attention to what it is you throw away every single time. Throw it away every time you throw it away. Look at it in the garbage can. Take 30, no, don't take 30 seconds. That's probably a little long for every single thing. But take 1 second to look at that thing and be like, huh, I'm throwing this away. And make a mental note of that. And then later on, you might start to think, if you are ending up throwing these things away on a regular basis, I wonder if there's a way I could change my life a little bit so that I'm not throwing this away. Maybe I don't need it in the first place. Or maybe the thing that I'm throwing away, maybe there are better alternatives. If you're using a plastic toothbrush and you're throwing that away every single month, well, maybe I could swap that out for a bamboo toothbrush. Maybe. Think about alternatives. Think about your waste. Think about what you throw away. Nothing ever disappears. Everything just moves to a different location. Sure, some things biodegrade faster than others, but many of the things that we throw away take hundreds or thousands of years to biodegrade. So the best thing we can do is to just reduce the amount that we need in the first place. That's my challenge to you guys. That's what you guys should be doing. Give it a shot. Just take a look at your garbage. Pay attention to what you're throwing away every single time and see what comes of it. If you do decide to try to do this, let me know how it goes. Comment on my YouTube channel or send me a message on Twitter. Send me something to let me know how it went. This is something that I'm always trying to do myself, and I would love to hear if you guys have ideas. If you guys have any ideas for how to do this in your life, how to make it easier, ways to change how you think to reduce the amount that you are throwing away, I would love to hear it. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching and listening. If you guys want to come and interact with me live, then be sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Also find me on Twitter to get notified when I'm about to go live. And find me on other forms of social media at all the places in the description box down below or on the screen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Eugene and Verdant Growth, out.